Welcome to Exploring Mindfulness and Meditation. My name is Julie Freeman, and I have been asked by the lovely ladies of Move Studio to put together a series of videos about mindfulness and meditation as part of the Move Challenge this month. So I'm excited to be here to share with you my perspective, my experiences with mindfulness and meditation. There's so many wonderful teachers out there. There's so many great books. There's so many great apps. There's so much great articles and research and knowledge about this mindfulness and meditation movement, I like to say. And while it's nothing new, it's been around for thousands of years, it is taking great traction in our current society. And there's good reason for that. We are a heavily multitasked group of people now. Humans have evolved, especially in the digital world, to be able to multitask and do many things at once. And while it's great, it also comes at a cost because we are always busy, always available, always doing, especially this last year, like remote working and learning made us even more available. Our homes have become this place where we can get everything done. You can socialize on Zoom, you can have a cocktail party on Zoom, you can teach a class on Zoom, you can work on Zoom. You can work out on Zoom. There's nothing we can't do and nothing we're not connected to. It becomes even more important for us to be mindful of that we need breaks, we need pauses, and we have to invite those into our lives. This week, somebody asked me, what do you think the difference is between mindfulness and meditation? And I really thought that was a great question because mindfulness is really like this buzzword right now. And it's be a mindful parent, be a mindful at work, be a mindful, student. And what does that mean? Well, mindfulness by definition is paying attention to and being aware of what's happening in the present moment with kindness and curiosity. So what does that mean? So it's really a practice of being mindful, and our minds have a tendency to want to take us out of the present moment. It's a natural tendency. It's not to anyone's fault, especially in this really busy, highly digitalized world that we're living in, where information's coming at us all the time, right? There's so much we can do, think, say, be, read, learn. Our brains are almost in overdrive. So it becomes more important than ever. And that's why everybody's talking about it. Mindfulness, meditation, it's been around for centuries. And we're just really starting to study it in our Western culture, probably in the last 30 years. And they're finding incredible research about its value. So mindfulness is really just being able to pay attention and know what's happening to you in the present moment. And one of the things I like to tell people is mindfulness isn't always about being peaceful and calm. Sometimes mindfulness is about realizing I am not peaceful and calm, or I have a hard time being in the present moment. I overthink things that happened yesterday. I perseverate. I think too much about a conversation I had and what I should have said or could have said. And I also spend so much time thinking about my to-do list and what I have to do tomorrow and the appointment I have to make. And, our brains need to be able to do that, right? We need to be able to reflect so that we can be better or do better. We also need to be able to plan ahead and organize. And then we also need to be able to be present and show up for moments that are really important for us to show up for. So it's this balancing act. And that is where the meditation comes into play. So they're like this marriage and this relationship. Your mindfulness helps you become more aware of the shifts that you want to make, things you want to look at differently, things you want to do different, things you are really proud of about yourself. Being more mindful about what's happening in the present moment is something you work on. You notice, oh my gosh, I just totally spaced out. That's being mindful. Or, oh my God, I have to stop worrying about that. That's being mindful. But just saying I want to be mindful, or that quote that I posted on Facebook, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's a beautiful statement. It's a beautiful quote. But it requires some practice to be able to do that. And that, again, that's where the meditation comes in. The meditation is an invitation to stillness, to quiet, to letting your brain sort of not think or do, to just being. And it doesn't have to be 30 minutes a day. When I embarked on my meditation journey years ago, the first thing my teacher said was, I want you to get rid of all the notions you think that meditation is and the have-tos, and stop putting pressure on yourself. It is the number one reason why people don't meditate, because they put all this pressure on how meditation is supposed to be. And she so beautifully said, to me, meditation is how many minutes a day are you willing to give back of your busy life for yourself? And I thought, gosh, that was such a beautiful way to put it. And from that moment on, it felt more like a calling, because she challenged us to a few minutes every day. And I thought, well, for gosh, I can give back a few minutes, right? I can sit quiet in silence and stillness with my eyes closed for a few minutes a day, right? So I invite you to open up your meditation practice, or to strengthen a meditation practice you already have, by giving up your preconceived notions today, and by just trying to find a few minutes every day to take back of your busy life, and to give your mind and your body and your breath an opportunity to come together. Silence your mind, silence all the stimulation around you, and just sort of go within and see how you're feeling. See what sensations come up. Sort of allow thoughts to come and go, and just to allow yourself a few minutes to be present. I have challenged myself over the last several years, 10 minutes every morning, because when I wake up, my mind is right there with me, ready to jump to action, to either, overthink what I'm thinking about, or to start planning my day, and I have to do this and I have to do that, and I just sort of go into autopilot, because that's what our brains do. And so I pause, I breathe, I close my eyes, I use something called Insight Timer. It's a fantastic app. There's tons of wonderful meditations that are guided that I'll do sometimes, but I really try to sit in silence, because that's what my body needs and my mind. And I sit for 10 minutes and I let all the dust settle, everything, all the blood that just rushed to my head, because we're awake, we gotta start, we gotta go, we gotta do. And I let everything sort of come back down and settle, and give myself sort of this more calm place to start from. And then I can kind of revisit that throughout my day. When I start to feel all the buildup, that's I become mindful of oh my gosh, everything is, flowing to the surface. And then I take a few deep breaths and I come back. So today, before I leave you, we are going to just practice sitting in stillness, and that being our meditation for the day. And I'll kind of guide you through. And then I would ask you for this week, until I come back to my next video, that you challenge yourself to see if you can take a few minutes every day. Find stillness, find quiet, close your eyes, and just breathe. And I am saying this could be 1 minute, this could be 2 minutes, this could be 3 minutes. And just start to notice how that feels. So I'm going to use my bell, because it's a great way to start and end the meditation. And I use my Insight Timer app. I set a bell and a timer, and it rings to start my meditation, and it rings to bring me out. So I'm going to do that for you today, and I will gently kind of guide you through this. So find a comfortable seated position, relax your shoulders, take a breath, kind of relax into your body. My legs are crossed right now. You can put your legs on the ground, close your eyes, and listen to the sound of the bell. Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. Let your body just sort of sink deeper into its seat. Relax your shoulders. Relax any tension you might be feeling in your body. And just kind of notice how you might be feeling. I often feel like my body's racy when I first settle into a meditation. See if you can breathe into anything you're feeling, any sensations that are coming up. Just breathe and allow that to bring you back. Notice if your mind starts wandering. Notice what kind of thoughts come up. No need to judge them. That's where that kindness and curiosity comes from. Whatever you discover, just let it be and breathe into those thoughts. Allowing your breath to be that anchor that just slowly and gently brings you back to center. As things come up, thoughts or feelings in the body, just take a deep breath. Settling your body, relaxing your shoulders, continuing to release any tension, gently quieting your mind. Just enjoying this quiet, still, silent moment. Enjoy a few deep breaths on your own, and then I will invite the bell to bring us back. Slowly open your eyes, bring yourself back. Thank you all so much for tuning in this week. I hope you found that enjoyable. And again, I invite you this week to take a few minutes back each day and find some time to practice meditation, whether it be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Be open and curious and kind to yourself. Have a great week. Thanks.